if you're watching this video, it means that as of right now, you're letting the fear of what other people have to say, the judgment of others, stop you from actually carrying out the calling that you feel God has put on your life, right? And more specifically, those of you guys that won't post a video because you're scared of judgment, you won't take that step because you're scared of what girls are gonna think of you. You're scared about what your family's gonna think about you. You're scared about what your colleagues, your friends are gonna think about you. Bro, nothing in my life changed until I came to the realization that, bro, you're letting these people dictate your life. You're letting these people shape the life that you're living. Their opinions, their thoughts. And ultimately, it wasn't until I came to that understanding that I actually started to, bro, be like, no, I'm gonna live the life that I wanna live. I'm gonna live on my own terms. I'm gonna shape and create the life that I wanna live. You know why? Because there's not another person in this world that has to live it other than Nadra Daily. I'm gonna create the life that I always wanted. And it wasn't until I set my mind on that I actually started positioning myself to capitalize on the opportunities that I always had, I just never seen, because I was so clouded by the opinions of others. Right? For those of you guys that want to get in the content creation space, I can hands down tell you that fitness content creation in general, my passion for fitness, has allowed me to create the life that I always wanted to live. Quite frankly, I'm literally just getting started. I think I've accessed probably 0.1% of what I'm actually going to do, if even. There's so much opportunity in this space to grow that it is ridiculous. And you on the other side of the screen, I guarantee so many of you are sitting on so much potential right now. So much potential, but as of right now, the opinions of others, the judgment of others are stopping you from taking action. And I say all this to tell you I've been there, bro. Before I actually got to this position and before I posted my first reel, I remember thinking all those thoughts. Yo, should I make a backup page so I don't post on my main channel, so I don't post on my main Instagram so that the girls and my family and friends won't see it? Right? Obviously, it wasn't that direct because I never wanted to actually admit that I was scared of the opinions of others. I always tried to justify it. Oh, I don't want to bother people. I don't want to be annoying. Ultimately, what it came down to is I just cared too much of what other people thought. I cared too much of if they liked my videos or if they didn't like, or if the people would unfollow me. And it wasn't until I came to the realization that, yo, I'm quite literally putting myself in a chokehold so I can amount to other people's standards. And the people's standards that I'm trying to amount to aren't living the life that I want to be living. So what am I doing? I'm putting myself in a chokehold so I can end up like everyone else, and that's not where I want to end up. So what am I doing? It wasn't until I actually clocked out that I actually started to not care, right? And also when I came to the understanding that, yo, God has blessed me with an opportunity of a lifetime. I have an opportunity to wake up. You have an opportunity to wake up and do what you need to do today to create, to shape the life that you always wanted, right? And you only get one. There is no redos. When it's all said and done, there is no respawn button. There's no try again button. When you're lying in your deathbed and your time is up, and this is what I used to think about. This is what got me to push through the fear of judgment. When I'm lying in my deathbed, thinking about the life that I lived, did I live it for someone else? Did I do what they wanted me to do? Did I amount to their standards? Or did I actually live the life that I always wanted to live? Because like I said, there is no redos. When you're in that deathbed and you're looking back on the life that you lived and your days are flashing back, your life's quite literally flashing before your eyes. Bro, what are you seeing? Are you seeing all the things that you could have done but you never done because you were so worried about the opinions of others? Are you sitting there saying, yo, I wish I did this. I regret not doing this. And then I came to the conclusion that I'd rather go through the pain of actually trying it and failing on my terms than never trying it and regretting the fact that I never gave myself a fair shot. That I actually started to do what I needed to do. Right? And it's not until you clock that and come to that realization that, bro, you can actually start capitalizing on opportunities, because everything is an opportunity. But you start closing doors the moment that you're scared of what other people think. You know, I'm not gonna put myself out there. I'm not gonna post that reel because I don't know how Becky's gonna feel about it. You know, I don't want Becky to unfollow me. You know, we have good things going. We're in the talking stage right now, bro. The biggest thing that stopped me was the idea that girls and my friends at the time were gonna unfollow me. And the conclusion that I had to bring myself to as a man is that, yo, I am quite literally just sifting out the people that never really rocked with me in the first place. Because the moment that I started doing what I actually need to do, posting on social media to chase my dreams, going full-time online, people aren't rocking with me anymore. Right? You're sifting out the ones that were never really rocking with you to begin with. Bro, if that girl unfollows you, at the moment that you start chasing your dreams, the moment that you start actually working towards your goals, you know where she stands. She was not the one. Right? But trust me, there's gonna be another one out there that's ride or die. But these were the thoughts that were going through my mind. I was scared of people unfollowing me. And I remember feeling so like stuck. It's like you're in that in-between phase where you know you can be. It's like being in that in-between phase. And it's like being in that in-between phase, and I know some of you guys can relate. It's like knowing you can do more, knowing that God has set you out on this earth to do more, but you're settling for less because you doing more consists of you going against the grain. And now what comes with you going against the grain is people judging you. Your parents looking at you sideways, asking you, what the heck are you doing, bro? Go to school, get a job. Right? Go to school, work your job. What are you doing? There's no opportunity on social media. Your friends telling you, bro, you're a clown. It's cringy, it's corny. Right? Going against the grain comes with all these things. But if you're watching this, you came to the conclusion that you're not set out on the same journey everyone else is. So it's gonna look different. And what comes with different is being misunderstood. And what I always tell my guys inside of Zenith that are chasing their dreams as an online fitness coach, where ultimately they have to post a lot of content, what I tell them is that if you're not different, if you're not misunderstood, you're not different enough. Right? I wake up at 5:30 a.m. People ask me, why do you do it? You don't need to wake up at 5:30 a.m. to be successful, bro. The biggest thing when it comes to me and my self-improvement journey, when it comes to me and my business, when it comes to the way I move, is I am a true believer of if you want different results, you have to move different. You have to be able to do the things that not everyone else is willing to do, and that's the things, and those are the things that are gonna separate you from everyone else, right? Because everyone can wake up when they want to. It's a given. Everyone can do the things that are easy to do. But when you start doing the hard things, when you do the things that no one wants to do, they look at you sideways for it, right? And this is the perfect place to be, because the moment that they look at you sideways, it means that you're different enough, right? The moment that you're misunderstood, it means that you're different. And that's exactly what you want. You don't want to go where they're going, so it's okay for them to unfollow you, because you're not going and ending up where they're going to end up. The reason they look at you sideways, when they look at you sideways, it's amazing. You know why? Because you're not taking the traditional route, the route that they feel like is default. So it's okay. Expect them to look sideways. Expect them to unfollow. Expect them to not be there, because they're not on the same path that you're on. They're on the same path that I was on, right? If you find my content annoying, so be it. That was the mentality that got me through it. But I'm gonna do what I need to do in order to become the man, in order to live the life that I wanna live. And that was the mentality that got me to where I am today, straight up. Right? I'm telling you, so many of you guys, and I say this with passion because I know for a fact, there are so many you guys on the other side of the screen that have so much potential. You guys are sitting on, you guys are sitting on an amazing physique, amazing talent, amazing experience and credentials to change your life with fitness, coaching if that's what you want to do, or just fitness content creation in general, and you guys are squandering it because you're scared of what other people have to think. Bro, I am telling you, it gets easier after each and every single post. And what you need to understand is that the people's opinions that you honestly care about, they don't really matter. The girls that you're talking to right now, let's be honest. Like I said, they're not gonna be around for as long as you think they are, right? And if she's the one, trust me, she's gonna be supporting you each and every single step of the way. Your family members, they might not be rocking with what you're doing. They might not understand it, but it's okay, because they never took the path that you're taking, right? And understand that it comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of love. When it comes to your family, I genuinely believe that it comes from a place of love, and that's something that you gotta understand. You can't get mad or upset about your mom or dad not understanding what you're doing, because at the end of the day, if they love you, they want the best for you. And what they think is the best is the things and experiences and what they're gonna do to point you in the best direction is use their experience to try and aid you on your journey. They're gonna try and tell you to go to college, to go to university. You know why? Because it gave them a stable job, right? If even, or at least they were told that it gives them a stable job, right? So they're gonna tell you to do it. And what you gotta understand is you gotta be willing to go against the grain. There's gonna be a threshold, and I remember my dad vividly telling me, go to college, get a degree, right? If you don't wanna go and study something, go and get into the trades. Get into the trades. There's a lot of money to be made in the trades. That was his biggest thing that he would tell me. And there was this threshold where it's like, you have to be willing to bet on yourself when no one is betting on you. Because if you are not gonna step out and do what you need to do to make your dreams a reality, there's not another person on this planet that is gonna do it for you. And that is something that you have to realize. If I don't post this video is not gonna get posted. If I don't take this step today, this step is not being taken today. There's not another person that's gonna put in the work for me to make my dreams a reality, except for me. So if I don't do it, no one's doing it. It's not gonna come to reality. Right, and I'm gonna end up like everyone else. A lot of you guys watching this, I know for a fact, want to be online fitness coaches. You guys want the lifestyle that comes with it. You want to help people, and you want to reach a point where you have financial freedom and just freedom with your time. And the biggest thing that's holding you back right now is, for one, you don't know what to post, and you're overthinking because you don't know what to post and you don't want to look dumb, right? Secondly, you are scared of people judging you at first, and there's a threshold where you got to understand where it's just a learning phase. You have to post not knowing if it's the best post for you to learn, right? There's going to be a phase where you're posting and you don't have any clients, and it doesn't make sense to anyone, but it has to make sense to you. You have to understand that this is a step forward. Regardless of if I post this video and it gets 5 likes, I don't care. This is a step closer than I was yesterday. Some of you guys are looking at it and you're looking at the end goal. You're looking at all the things that this comes with, and you're not taking in what you're doing in this moment. Some of you guys are looking at the 10K per month, the 15, 30K per month, and you guys aren't looking at the step that you're taking as of right now. So guess what? You're not taking any steps. You're not even noticing that. You're so focused on the destination that you haven't even focused on taking the steps. The biggest thing that kept me going when I was posting on social media was the fact that I was focused on these steps that I was taking each and every single day. The craziest thing, I have a following of 250,000 followers now. When I first started, I wasn't focused on the destination. Obviously it was in mind, but I wasn't focused on it. It wasn't the vocal point. The vocal point was the steps I was taking today. That's what I was focused on. Because if I'm so focused on the destination, right, and I'm not focused on the steps that I'm taking, guess what? You'll find yourself in a position where you're so focused on the goal, on the destination, that you're not taking any steps, and you won't even notice, right? You're stuck in this period of stagnation, and it's because you're not doing what you need to do. You're not putting in the daily inputs to actually get to the destination, because you're so focused on the destination. You're so focused on the output, right? I challenge you to write down your goals. You got a whiteboard, write your biggest goal on the whiteboard, or write 3 goals if you want. Nonetheless, write the outputs. But what I challenge you to do is to make 5 inputs corresponding to that output that translate into you actually hitting that goal, right? Oh, I want to be an online fitness coach. I want to hit my first $5,000 a month, right? I haven't posted on social media. I haven't taken any steps. I want to hit my first $5,000 a month, right? For one, I need to figure out who I can help the absolute best with my experience, my ICP, right? This is something that's gonna allow me to hit this mark. I need to post content each and every single day. Posting on Instagram every single day. Posting a YouTube video at least 3 times a week. 4 times a week, right? Posting. I need to post on my story 7+ times each and every single day. Showcasing the product, showcasing my ability to perform, showcasing the hard work and discipline that I put in on a daily basis, right? On top of that, I need to do outreach. Everyone that's coming in, that's interacting with my content, I need to do what I can to build a connection and build trust with them, right? Last but not least, if you guys are trying to hit 5K in your first month, chances are it's gonna come from people that you already know. A lot of the guys inside of Zenith got their first clients from just family members and family friends, or just friends, because those are the people that see your transformation firsthand. Those are the first people that you should be going to, because they see your transformation firsthand, right? The credibility is there essentially, right? So if you don't go and try and sign those people first, you're sort of putting yourself at not a handicap, but those can be your first testimonials, because like I said, those guys know that you're credible because they've seen your transformation firsthand. Anyways, right? Write down the output that you want to make happen, and then write down 5 corresponding inputs that will allow you to make that output a reality, because the output, you got to understand, is just a byproduct of you doing what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, right? Nonetheless, this is going to make you focus on the steps that you're taking today, right? And that first reel that you post, do something nice for yourself. And a lot of people say, don't celebrate the little wins. Bro, the little wins matter. That first reel posted is the first step that you're taking towards your dreams, towards actually creating the life that you want to live. Bro, that first reel I posted changed my entire trajectory of my life. It changed the entire trajectory of my life. I'm in a position where I'm making tens of thousands of dollars from my phone, and I'm so passionate about this because, bro, I know that you can do it too. There's some of you guys sitting on better circumstances than I was at the time, bro. I was working a factory job. I was skinny as a twig. I just had got a 6-pack, and obviously I wasn't running online fitness coaching at the time. I didn't have the credentials to do that, but nonetheless, bro, I started posting on social media, trusting that one day it's gonna create the lifestyle that I wanted to live. And sure enough, I'm here and I'm living in it, right? Today I'm actually going to see one of my dream cars, because it's potentially my next purchase. When it comes to cars, it's a $300,000 car. I'm going to look at a G-Wagon, right? Little spoiler, I'm going to look at a G-Wagon today, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm going to buy this G-Wagon on the spot, but I'm going to look at it. The fact that I'm even thinking about buying a $300,000 car and I'm 21 years old is insane. Not to mention, I'm doing it through content creation. That first reel, it's going to change your life, bro. I want you to get gassed up. I want you to get excited. When you think about posting reels on a day-to-day basis, I want you to get excited, because this is you actively chasing your dreams, right? And the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from this video, you're gonna have to face adversity. You're gonna have to go through trials and tribulations, but this is gonna make your story so much more watch-worthy. This is gonna make your story so much more compelling. This is gonna make your testimony so much more fueling to other people in their lives. I'm so happy that so many people went against me when I started posting. I'm so happy that I had so many people telling me that it's not possible. I'm so happy that I had so many people saying that it's so unrealistic, because when I got here and as I stayed here now, it feels that much better. Knowing that I had all this adversity, but I trusted in God, I had faith, I trusted in the process, and now I'm sitting on tens of thousands of dollars each and every single month. And now I'm in a position that I'm living the life that I always wanted. And it was because I bet on myself. I didn't let the opinions of others, stop me from doing what I needed to do to make my dreams a reality. And where you end up in this life, it's all about perspective. Because you can look at the adversity, you can look at the people that don't believe in you, can look at the people that say it's unrealistic, and you can think pessimistically. Yeah, they're right. You know, it does seem out of touch. It is kind of far. You know, I don't know if I actually have what it takes to make it there. You can look at it from that perspective, or you can look at it from the perspective of you're not there, and the reason you don't believe you can get there is because you don't believe in yourself, right? But the difference between you and me is that I believe in myself. I believe I can make it happen. I may not have the credentials right now, but it doesn't stop me from working on myself to put myself in a position where I can achieve that feat, where I can run that online fitness coaching business, where I can make a full-time living through content creation and social media online. There's only two ways of thinking. And when you simplify it and understand that you can either think pessimistically or optimistically, faithfully, it makes your options and your choices really simple. Every time I look at a decision, there is only two options. Am I trusting God? Am I being faithful in this decision? Or am I moving out of fear? When it comes to you posting your content, you have two options. Am I gonna move out of faith and post this reel even if it gets 200 views, knowing that it's one step closer to where I wanna be? Or am I gonna move out of fear and keep this in the drafts? Am I gonna move out of fear, edit it, and then keep it in my camera roll because I'm too scared of what other people think? You have two options. One of them leads to a life where you regret, right? Which is obviously the one where you're moving out of fear, thinking pessimistically, and one of them leads to the life that you always wanted to live, right? And if you don't understand that, there is not a shot that you can get to where you want to be. The place that God has put inside your mind, you won't be able to get there if you don't make faithful decisions, right? I want you guys to focus on making faith-based decisions, and I'm telling you, your life, right, can transform in 3 months, bro. And some of you guys watching this think that it's gonna take a year to pay off, and that's the reason you've been pushing it off, is because you don't want to go through the trials and tribulations for a year for it to finally pay off. What I'm telling you, and I'm not telling you this to get you excited, because ultimately you gotta fall in love with the process, but your life can transform in 3 months. I think my first viral reel, right, and I was skinny at the time too, not to mention. I had a six-pack, but I was skinny at the time. My first viral reel happened, I think, 4 months after I started posting. But I was posting each and every single day, sometimes twice a day, right? My mom's calling me. What's up, Mom?
Okay, do you have your call at in 8:30?
Sorry, I got caught up on the road. I'm telling you, the life that you always wanted is on the other side of fear. Like I was saying, some of you guys are sitting on so much potential, but you're not doing what you need to be doing right now to actually cultivate the blessings and the talents that God has given you. Take that step and do what you need to do to make this dream of yours a reality, because I promise you, once you make it happen, it is going to be worth it. And the trials and tribulations, the fears that you had, are going to make the reward so much better, right? Stay faithful and trust in the process. You can do all things you put your mind to, and I want you to remember that. Trust in God and run it up, my brother, because I'm telling you, your potential is limitless, but only once you conquer your mind, once you get over the fear of failing, once you get over the fear of judgment, that's when your potential becomes limitless. So stop capping your potential and go out there and do what you need to do to make your dreams a reality.